Dragon Ball Daima, Episode 8. What a banger. Okay? What a banger. This is the moment I've been waiting for the past 2 months. Because this is Episode 8. So 8 weeks have passed since the beginning of the anime has came out. So 2 months I've been waiting for this fight. And let me tell you, we've all been waiting for this fight. I made a video before Dragon Ball Daima came out, and I said, if this anime wants real success, because it's an anime that really nobody really asked for, no one really thought was going to happen or thought was coming, if this anime really wanted to be successful, it needs to have amazing fight scenes, and we got that, ladies and gentlemen. I was so hyped watching this fight. So, Dragon Ball Daima Episode 8, Tamagami. Here we go. So it's Goku versus the third Tamagami. 3-star Dragon Ball Tamagami. Okay, it starts off pretty much weapon versus weapon. Goku pulls out his staff. He's going straight at the Tamagami. Tamagami's going crazy right off the rip with his hammer, just smashing. Boom, boom, boom. Trying to get Goku. Goku's flying around, kind of dodging everything. It's pretty much they just keep countering one another. No one's really landing a clean blow. Any blow that Goku landed kind of was just like to off balance the Tamagami a little bit. He slides underneath him. Hits his leg, hits the other leg, jumps up, tries to hit him. As he goes to hit down, the Tamagami just blocks it with his, handle. It's so insane. The Tamagami literally moves like Goku. He's so fast. He could block punches coming from behind him, attacks coming from behind him. He has the ultra instinct kind of deal. This fight is just so good, and it's getting so crazy. They're just going back and forth, hitting each other, to where Goku has to finally go Super Saiyan because he's getting so much pressure. The Tamagami's throwing his hammer and retracting it back to him, and then pushing it at Goku. He's like Thor, but on steroids in terms of what he's doing with his hammer. So Goku ends up going Super Saiyan. As he goes Super Saiyan, they're still fighting with the weapons. He breaks the Tamagami's hammer, the handle, right in half. He hits it with a blow, boom, breaks it in half. Tamagami looks at it, looks at him, goes, alright, squabble up. So then Goku puts his staff in his, he sheaths it, puts it back on his back. He is in Super Saiyan mode. He just straight up goes down there and puts the hands on the Tamagami. And it's just back and forth. They're going crazy. The Tamagami kind of resorts to using kind of Ki Blast coming out of his hands. It looks like the same kind of energy Ki Blast that the androids use in Dragon Ball Super. It's kind of clear. It doesn't really have a color to it. Some of it's red sometimes. So he's got these, air cannon things that he's shooting out. And Goku's kind of just dodging them, and then so he pretty much tries to go to the floor, and he hits the floor with kind of like what Frieza did in Resurrection F, where he blasts the floor and everything, the whole floor around him explodes. I thought he was going to try to blow up the planet or something. Man, he's really going to destroy the planet just to protect this Dragon Ball. So when he does that, Goku flies up in the air and he goes, okay, we're playing like that. Kame. Mind you, in Super Saiyan form, and as he does that, the Tamagami looks up, does his own blast, and yes, it's been so long. We get a beam struggle. Oh my god, yes, it was so beautiful. He's pretty much, Goku's, and the Tamagami's fighting it off as hard as he can, but then Goku does his next, burst up. He goes into Super Saiyan 2, blasts it harder. It pretty much goes through the Tamagami's attack. The Tamagami sees it coming, doesn't move, tries to catch it. He's catching it, trying to push it back. He gets pushed back into a mountain, just literally across the entire wasteland. And also, it pans out, and there's everywhere they're fighting is a gigantic wasteland in ruins, probably from Dabura and the Tamagami's first fight, right? I was thinking, because the whole everywhere where they're fighting right now is just ruins everywhere. So it has to be from battling the Tamagami throughout, however many years that people have been trying to challenge the thing, right? So he gets sent into a mountain. He's holding off the Kamehameha, the Tamagami, and he actually, like after the Super Saiyan 2 boost, boom, into the mountain, he actually deflects the Kamehameha and throws it upward. Like, literally. Like, I was like, oh my god. Like, dude, is this fight literally going to continue? Like, holy shit, what's going to happen? The moment he deflects and goes into space, like the Kamehameha goes straight up into space, the next moment of opportunity, Goku just blitzes in and elbows him right in the gut. Just boom, and gives him one of those, one of those good anime gut punches. You know what I mean? And the Tamagami is floored. He gets hit. He's like, falls. I give up. Throws the white flag. I surrender. Now, previously, I thought the Tamagami would do anything to protect the Dragon Ball. Literally, like, if it had to run away and go to the next demon world, I thought that would happen. I thought, maybe it might self-destruct and destroy everything around itself to protect the Dragon Ball. Who knows? But apparently, they're pretty, like, honorable fighters. They gave up. He bowed. And he said, all right, Goku, now our final battle is really about to begin. And Goku's like, wait, what? This battle's continuing? And then, so they go back to, like, the main platform where the Tamagami was. And, they have the tree behind it with the big old Dragon Ball like energy thing coming out of the top of the tree. It's so beautiful, and it's starting to get nighttime because these guys have been fighting all day. And the last final phase of the battle is the Tamagami takes out the Dragon Ball in his chest and it just plops out like he's like just a big old piece of metal. It's weird. He's like a big old android. And so takes it out. There's 5 cups in front of him. He puts one of the cups, puts the Dragon Ball in the cup, puts it on the cup, and he starts mixing the cups up, right? Just like one of those street games. And he does it so fast. And he's like, find it. If you can find it, it's yours. And then Goku goes, actually, it's over there. And right at the very last minute, Goku seen him throw the Dragon Ball. Right at the very last second, throws it over there. Nobody even noticed. Like, everyone around was like, what? Oh shit, it's right there. What the hell? So he beats the Tamagami. The Tamagami goes, nice. Awesome. I really respect you. You have an awesome fighting style. You were a fair fighter. He literally tells him, you were a fair fighter. I really, these guys are very honorable, right? So it seems like the next 2 Tamagami are going to be kind of the same. They could be, right? They could be different. They could actually be, 3 different types of, Tamagami, where the next one, he's not going to give up that Dragon Ball so easy. He might be a little more stubborn because he knows, oh, dang, you beat the 3rd Tamagami? I'm the 2nd Tamagami. I'm going to need to, really go at this kid hard or whatever, right? But the 2nd Tamagami, he's probably going to have to deal with Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, all these guys, right? So Goku gets the Dragon Ball. Everyone celebrates. Everyone's going crazy. They're walking back to the ship. As they're walking back to the ship, Glorio calls Arinsu and he goes, hey, we got the Dragon Ball. He did it. And Arinsu goes, oh, okay. So that actually worked. Good. Awesome. Thank you. And when they get off the phone, she goes, I think I'm going to start my master plan, right? So now, let's just say this. I'm going to make a whole video about this, but listen. Glorio obviously is working for Arinsu, okay, as we established. Now, it's obvious that she wants the Dragon Balls. That was really, she was hired. He was hired by her to capture the Dragon Balls somehow. That way, she can overthrow Goma. Now, I believe Arinsu probably told him something like, if you get the Dragon Balls, I'll wish your family back for you. Or, something like that to get his family back. Because it's obvious that Glorio probably had family and they got killed somehow. Or they got separated somehow, and he could use the Dragon Balls to get them back, and that's the only way to get them back, because why else would he work for Arinsu, right? What is in it for him other than maybe pulling him out of poverty and allowing him to live in the 1st demon realm, even though he's from the 3rd demon realm, right? Maybe that could be a thing. Where she's like, I promise you a spot on the throne as, my prince of the 3rd demon realm if I become the queen, right? Or maybe you become my king. Maybe we get together at the end. Who knows, right? But I believe she's totally lying to him. I believe she's going to take the Dragon Balls, do as she pleases, which we'll get into right now. But I totally believe Glorio is doing it for reasons that he doesn't know yet that are not true. I believe that he was lied to gave an empty promise to get Vegeta, Goku, and these guys to get the Dragon Balls to help get either his family back or become one of, a royalty in the first demon realm. Okay, so after he calls Arinsu, it cuts to Dagesu and Goma in like the first demon world. Shows them in some kind of chamber where they're watching all the scenes happen, kind of like in the first episode, and they're watching Vegeta and Majin Buu fight, and Vegeta hits Majin Buu with like an explosive wave, and Buu goes into a bunch of pieces, and when he goes to reform, there's a small little piece, right? That's, there's a bunch of small little pieces everywhere. Well, in the back, you can see he zooms in, and Arinsu was there during the Vegeta and Buu fight. Now, Arinsu gets like a sample of Buu, like one of his little Buu, pieces of him, puts it in this little thing, comes back to the demon world, and apparently gives it. So now it cuts back to this place in the first demon realm. It's not, the chamber anymore. It's somewhere else. And it shows Arinsu kind of like on this floating broom kind of thing, like giving real witch vibes. And she pulls up to this house that's kind of giving witch vibes too. And she gets in the house, and there's this lady, and she looks like a witch. Her name's Marba. She's on this cauldron. She's like stewing this cauldron up, right? Now, they put the Buu fragment in the cauldron to create another Buu. Now it's revealed to us Marba is the one who created Majin Buu. But she says that Babbidy's dad, created Buu. But Arinsu goes, no, we both know he was strong, but he wasn't smart enough to create a sentient being like Majin Buu. Only you can do something like that. So we know your secret. We know you created Majin Buu, because we know that Majin Buu, when he was created, went on a rampage in the second demon realm where all the Glins are from, killed a bunch of Glins, forced the Glins to leave. So that's why the second demon realm, all the Glins had to leave, is because millions of years ago, Buu went on a rampage, killed a bunch of people, forced them to leave, right? So I wonder if Shin knows that. I wonder if he is aware that a new Buu, or if someone in that realm created Buu, right? Well, he obviously knows Bibbidi created Buu, but I wonder if he knows, all of that to that extent. He might have been a baby when they had to leave. I don't really remember when Shin left. I'm gonna have to rewatch that episode. But anyway, I wonder how the second demon realm was going to be. I know there's not going to be a lot of, Shin or Glins flying around or anything. At first I thought there was, and I remembered they all left. So I wonder if the second demon realm is going to be a lot more empty, or if it's going to be, taken over by a different kind, of demon or Majin, whatever. And so, anyway, it's revealed to us a new Buu is being created. Right? She's stirring this cauldron. It's blue. This new Buu might be blue. He might be a blue Buu. Who knows? But it was stated that Majin Buu was not as controllable as they originally thought. That's why he was able to break Babbidy's spell. He was able to, act out on his own and do his own thing. So she's to ensure that this new Buu being created would be able to be controlled. Arinsu has to give some saliva. She puts the saliva in. That way she could telepathically communicate with Buu instead of having to talk to him. They could just, boom, they're right there. They can communicate with each other easily. And so that will allow her to help to control Buu in some way, I guess. And so now cut to Hybis and the gang. Hybis, Vegeta, Piccolo, Bulma, they're still on their way, Kibito, and Vegeta's asking Hybis a question. Hybis won't answer. So Vegeta repeats it. He's like, hey, what are we doing? What's the plans? And then Hybis just doesn't answer. And he goes, hey, you need to tell me. And then Hybis turns around and he goes, hey, you're not a king, but you're very arrogant. I just want you to know that. And Vegeta gets super embarrassed, and he's just like, wow, like, you're just going to roast me like that? Like, really? And he pretty much just goes, hey, you need to tell me, more about whatever it is. Please just tell me. And he's so embarrassed to say please. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the episode right there. So they're on their way. Actually, that crew is on their way to Warp Sama because he got called by Kadan. that they're actually going to go back to the Warp Sama to go to the second demon realm. So instead of meeting up with them, trying to chase them down everywhere, they got to turn around, go back to the Warp Sama. That way they can all meet up and warp to the second demon realm together, or maybe, consecutively, one after the other, whatever it may be. But they're finally going to meet up soon, 9 episodes later. The next episode is probably going to be a slow episode, probably going to be more lore building, and more, more about maybe we ask the Shin and more stuff about Boo. Maybe we ask Shin about Boo. Who knows? But yeah, awesome episode. This episode was so sick. It was peak Dragon Ball fight scenes. We haven't had a legit Toriyama Goku fight since Majin Buu. Like, you guys need to understand that. Dragon Ball fans have not had an Akira Toriyama original Goku fight scene since Majin Buu. Let that sink in. This was the first legit hype fight scene we've got from Akira Toriyama, RIP, since Majin Buu. That's 20 years in the making that we got a legit Goku fight scene. Now, Dragon Ball Super was not made by Akira Toriyama. It wasn't animated by Akira Toriyama. It wasn't written by Akira Toriyama, right? It was worked with him, but it's not just him. Okay, this is Akira Toriyama only. So I am just blessed to be watching this anime. I miss that guy. He's a legend. He made everybody's childhood, he blessed every child with Dragon Ball Z. Okay, and I know that. You guys know that. I don't need to explain it. But I just want you guys to know how awesome it is to realize what we got out of that fight. Okay? So that's pretty much it. That's the episode. Hope you all, had a good time. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about the episode and what's going to happen next. Peace.